Hello world, I'm Chris Perillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of tech news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, what t-shirt is Chris wearing? I'm glad you didn't ask. It's from Jinx, although I don't know if they remember sending this to me. Be sure to reach out to him on Twitter, @JINX. The Locker Gnome Daily Report is brought to you by GoToMeeting with HD Faces, the powerfully simple way to meet online from anywhere. With GoToMeeting, you can share the same screen, making it easier to be on the same page, all while seeing each other in HD video. You can easily launch or join a meeting using your computer, phone, or tablet, even present from your iPad. I use GoToMeeting just about every day to meet with people without actually being in the same room with them, because with GoToMeeting, it's like being in the same virtual room. That was virtual room, by the way. I just kind of tripped through it. I use GoToMeeting just about every day to meet with people without being in the same room with them, because we're in the same virtual room and can still get the same things done without wasting so much money on travel. Anyway, you can try GoToMeeting free for 30 days. Head over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Perillo. Believe it or not, some people didn't know that you could add a video link to your Start menu in Windows 7. We crafted a brief tutorial just for them, but for the rest of you, do you miss the Start button if you upgraded to Windows 8? There was a gigantic kerfuffle around Microsoft having removed the Start button in Windows 8 compared to earlier versions of Windows, but do you miss it? Be honest, if you upgraded to Windows 8. The biggest news today is this. No, not the Galaxy Note 2, although it does have a big screen. That's why I happen to like it. It's Facebook Home. It's an app that you can download right now by way of Google Play to install on some Android devices. Apparently not all Android devices are compatible with it yet. My review? After playing with it for about 5 minutes, I set it as my default home screen. I think it's good, or at least good enough and certainly better than TouchWiz. I found it intuitive and rather fluid, as far as an Android app is concerned. Once you've authenticated with your Facebook credentials, your avatar or buddy icon will show up at the bottom of the screen, and you can swipe it in a different direction, and depending on where you let go, that's what will happen. If I swipe it and let go to the left, Messenger will pop up, Facebook Messenger, of course. If I swipe and let go to the top, the apps will pop up, and then I've got a home screen here as well as the ability, much like in the default Facebook application on just about every mobile device, set my status, add a photo, or check in. But then if I swipe to the left, no, the right, from the left, all the apps installed on my device show up in this nice little list, or long list, depending on how little you have installed on any one of your Android devices with Facebook Home running on it. And I just found it to be good. If you like Facebook, it is relatively simple to swipe through to see everybody's status updates. Like here's one from David DeFranco, and he's about to do a giveaway. Dang, dude, I didn't know he was giving away so much. See how I can swipe back and forth, and I've got to be careful because some of my friends don't want this stuff to be public, although I don't think Brent would mind me showing you this, whatever it is. If you find yourself on Facebook 24/7, or okay, maybe even just 12/7, then I think you're going to like Facebook Home. I do. I also appreciate how it gives you all the latest Facebook notifications, which you can swipe to remove or tap to open. Plus, you can like things by double tapping. As far as third-party Android launchers are concerned, Facebook Home is kind of tops for me. I've never been that thrilled with any widget. I've even paid for widgets on Android, and they still suck. It's just that I wanted to use the phone in a way that I was using the internet, and, well, Facebook Home works well enough. And to tell you the truth, I kind of wonder why Google didn't do that with Google+. Yeah, they have the widgets, but this is a way deeper experience than I could have ever anticipated for Facebook on any device. I kind of hope they port parts of it to iOS, and of course other platforms as well, because it's kind of fun. If you don't have an Android device at this point in time, maybe you have an iPad. Maybe you know of someone who's trying to figure out how to use their iPad, even though we know it's pretty simple once you get into it. I've got a free guide that you can download. iPad, a magical and revolutionary guide featuring 40 best free apps. That's worth a shot, and again, it won't cost you anything. Neither will the apps that's recommended. Over on LockerGnome.com, we've posted the 5 common blog mistakes. And yes, people seem to make mistakes frequently with their blog. If you have a blog and you wonder why nobody's commenting, my response is usually, well, where else are you commenting? Are you commenting on their blog? If they have a blog, are you interacting? And if not, that might be the answer to the question of why people aren't interacting with you. Maybe. Some people just don't like leaving comments anymore, though. And to tell you the truth, it's a rare day I want to read the comments. That said, I definitely take time to read your comments no matter where you leave them. Other mistakes include, don't just expect people to read your blog. Do you even read the blogs that are out there now. Don't lecture your readers. Don't ignore the importance of headlines. Oh, wait a minute. Am I kind of lecturing you right now? I'm sorry. Here's a biggie. Don't blog without purpose. People always ask, well, where do you start? Well, you start with what you know. What are you passionate about? I mean, if I didn't care about talking about any of this stuff, I wouldn't want to talk about it at all. Otherwise, it would come across that I didn't want to talk about it at all. That's one thing you can't say about me. I'm not boring. You might be bored, but that's not my problem. How's that Mac working for you? Is the volume too low? I've got some software you may want to install. Comes recommended. Boost your volume with Boom for Mac OS X. Flipboard, an app that you can install on just about every device out there, attracts 500,000 magazines, 3 million new users in 2 weeks? Flipboard's a great way to discover content that you otherwise would not have been able to discover. Consider it like a more usable RSS reader, if you got into RSS at all. Twitter's apparently working on launching a music service, and you and I can't use it yet. Why? I mean, I understand why in general, but why? Hell, I can't even read half the tweets that I'm subscribed to now. And my God, I wish I could unsubscribe from everybody's Foursquare updates. I don't care where you are. I already ignore my friends' music status updates on Facebook. Is Twitter telling me that I have to ignore more tweets now, too? Sometimes I do share what I'm listening to, but I don't do it all the time. Like this song about a Lego house. Yeah, there's a song about a Lego house. And the whole thing was done in brick film style. And while I'm on Google+, let me show you what Robert McMahon has been working on. It's a logo with me, or my forehead, and potentially eyebrows and glasses. What do you think? I love it when you guys are creative with the things that I put out there because it just shows me that you care. I'd rather have you interacting with me instead of just sitting back and thinking that I'm just like every other YouTube guy out there. And I'm not. I really am not. I'm the kind of guy who puts stormtroopers in funny poses and then takes pictures of them, which apparently a lot of you love on Facebook. So if you happen to do something creative like that, just be sure that I know about it because I might share it with the rest of the community. Our question of the day is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to save money on your next purchase, just email me first, chris@perillo.com. I'll send you my latest list of coupons. And someone did that today and saved $50. Unbelievable. But you got to do it soon because GoDaddy may no longer be supporting us at some point because apparently not enough people are using the coupons that I'm sending. So have at it. Joshy posted on lockergnome.net today, newbie getting into smartphone tablet realm, which device to get? Here's what Joshy writes. I am open to Android, iOS, and Windows 8, and I'm leaning towards a tablet, preferably a smaller one, like a 7-inch variety, but still open to a phone option or a larger tablet. I want to keep the price below $400, and I want to be able to use it for going on the internet a lot, watching YouTube, playing games, but I'd also like to be able to do some of my homework on it and take notes. What are you guys recommending? Nexus 7, possibly? iPad mini? I think you really can't go wrong with either one of them. However, that being said, I do think the iPad mini handles games a lot better than the Nexus 7. Yes, it's a little more money, but I also think you get more bang for your buck with the iPad because it's an entire ecosystem. And of course, the service and quality hardware construction as well. Now, if you can wait, you might possibly hold out for the next iPad mini, or you might get a refurb, save even more money. The bottom line is walk into a store and feel it if you live anywhere around an Apple store, or borrow one from a friend if you have friends that have tablets, because getting your hands on one is ultimately going to tell you what is the best decision that you could possibly make. You're right. You've got a lot of choices out there, and that's a good thing. I'm a fan of the Nexus 7 for what it is, and I'm a fan of the iPad mini for what it is. We don't know what's coming down the pike for either one of these products, but it could be said that they're going to get more affordable over time. Don't let that stop you, though. The iPad is a great ecosystem, and anybody who says otherwise probably hasn't used it. It's nice to see that about an hour ago, the tech dude pretty much made the same recommendation. So it's good to know that you and I think alike. And no matter what your answer is, I'm certainly appreciative that you liked and shared this video if you happen to like it. Thanks again for being a great part of our community, and we hope that you continue to support us in every way that you possibly can so that we can continue to support you in every way that we possibly can. We'll see you later.